So Pharrell Williams seems to be catching a lot of heat. I wouldn't know if it's a lot of heat, but the heat he's catching seems to be coming from Roland Martin. Run that back. But I'm positive it worked for one of his major media networks. But for a while now, he's been doing this thing. You know, he has his own Roland Martin show or whatever. He went independent and is doing pretty good. But yes, Pharrell, why he's catching this heat is because he thinks DEI, you know, diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Going on in current political climate, I'm just saying to anyone attorney by y'all, I hate politics. I despise them. It's a magic trick that it's not real. I don't believe in either side. So I think when you pick a side, you are only, you are inadvertently supporting division. Yeah, it's not a popular point of view, but I just gotta say that. Think about it. The world is drying up, and okay, now the diversity's off the table, now equity's off the table, now inclusion's off the table. So that makes me ask myself, okay, so how do we survive? Well, are there black people in there tonight? Yeah. And in your heart, do you think for what it is that you do and who you are, do you think you're the best? Okay, so do you want the job because you're black or because you're the best? Do you want someone to support your startup because you're black or because you're the best? Right, so I think now for me it's about us having the best ambition. That's the reason why you should support these businesses. Yes, they happen to be black and brown, but it should be based on the thesis that we're the best, not because we are a total shade of a skin color. That's a point of view that I have now that I'm resting on. And if diversity, equity, and inclusion ever comes back in style, cool. But in the meantime, I'm going to focus on being the best because I can bank on that. Because that's what's going to get you the position. I don't want you to give me anything. I want you to panic and not let me out the room because I'm the best.
Run that back.
He said something regarding diversity, equity, and inclusion. He's not saying he's not for it. He's just saying, like, okay, even if they've taken that out, they're not hiring people based on diversity, equity, and inclusion. He's saying everybody who is black that is here today, you were selected because we are the very best.
This is very simple. This is extremely simple. What Pharrell just said there is really some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Okay.
And don't you like being
Pharrell said
chosen because you're the very best?
Politics.
You know, like whoever is more qualified is what he was praising the people for, saying the reason you're here is because you're the best.
Okay. Pharrell said, I hate politics. It's a magic trick. It's not real. When you pick a side, you pick division. Okay, Pharrell.
You know, because they're the one the best for this position and you are the best at what you do, so that is why you're here. You know, that should make anyone feel good. Like if I walked into my job and you're telling me the reason I'm here is because I'm black. Nah, dude, the reason I'm here is because I got brains, dude. Yeah, that makes anyone feel good. You know, so what he's saying to his people is like, look, they try to do away with this DEI, you're still here. You know, they try to make it so you are not represented, but you are still here. So definitely, that DEI stuff hasn't stopped you because you're the best.
When somebody's running for office, somebody's going to win. So what happens is,
what you do, that's why you are here. But of course, Pharrell Williams is not like that. I mean, I'm talking about Roland Martin.
If you vote, you gotta pick. You gotta pick.
Roland Martin, of course, if you don't know Roland Martin, look him up. Roland Martin is like, I think he used to work for, I don't know if it was CNN. But honestly, this was really what got Charlie Kirk kind of like shot. I wouldn't say this is what got him shot because I'm sure he said a lot of other things that people did not like. But he was really pushing for, like us to do away with DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. He was saying like you should not be chosen because of your race or, people, the very best for the position should be selected. People should not be selected based on their race or ethnicity. So that was kind of what Charlie Kirk was kind of pushing. And most people did not like the idea. But, if you ask me, I want to be hired because I am more than qualified to do the job. And they think I'm the best qualified for that position. And it gives you a sense of pride to know that is why you were chosen for the position you're currently in. Knowing they selected you just because they needed a black person, it doesn't sit too well with a lot of folks. That is why if you listen to Pharrell asking the people, how would you like to feel? These people actually agree with him. So, of course, Roland Martin being a Democrat, and he is definitely wants the Democrats to be back in office. I don't know what he gains if Democrats are winning, but I don't know. A lot of these political figures or people who have been doing or have been into politics for a while, and they have huge platforms. I feel like there's something for them to gain. You know, maybe somebody is doing something, giving them something for them to push their candidates. I don't know, but I'm just speculating. I'm not saying that is what is going on with Roland Martin, but I'm just saying, you know, is that a possibility? Hey, you tell me. But Pharrell speaking, I would say Pharrell is not paid. He's just speaking from a true place, and that is how he actually feels. You know, so you telling Pharrell to keep his political ideas to himself, bruh, you can't do that because you are always expressing yourself and letting people know where you stand politically. And now you're trying to tell Pharrell not to be the same way. Oh, he's supposed to be an artist and he should stay an artist. He shouldn't talk about what is going on in the world. You are the one who is more qualified than him to do it. Like, that is ridiculous, dude. Listen to yourself talk, okay? You cannot control how Pharrell feels. Pharrell, if is not aligned, like, if the way he feels and how he thinks is not the same way as you, who are you to tell him, no, dude,
Run that
keep
back.
your opinion to yourself? I just think, nah, dude, Roland Martin, you can't do that, okay? I don't agree with that. It's okay for you to be a Democrat and you want DEI to be diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's fine. I can understand where you're coming from. Yes, black people need to be represented in the workplace. But also, I want to be selected because I know I'm the best, not because you just need a black person, you know? So I understand both sides, but you telling Pharrell to not express himself or just because you don't like what he's saying, no, stop that. And let's move on to Cardi B. Cardi B's situation, it's just a very weird, strange situation. Like, Offset actually claiming the child that is not his. I don't know if that's what is going on. Apparently, somebody said he had posted a picture of the baby on his socials and then took it down or something of that nature. But I just think it's just a weird scenario. I don't know what's going on. It's just, this just does not look good in the black community at all. Because, like, it's funny this is going on with somebody who's a celebrity, but I'm sure there's so many cases like this happening on a daily basis. It just so happens to somebody who we all know, like Offset and Cardi B. That is why we're all talking about it. But trust me, this has been going on in the black community for a while, you know? This kids are being born into without marriages. Like, people are not getting married, they're just having kids. And even those that are getting married, they are breaking up. Like, people are not committed to, like, all that better for worse stuff that they are promising during the events of the marriage. They're not sticking to it. Those are just words. That is what it seemed like. And it does not look good on the black community. Definitely does not look good. But it's funny that this is happening because, trust me, so many other families like that out there that you don't know about. The only reason we're talking about this is because it's Cardi B and Offset. So I just think it's a very weird situation. If I'm upset, I'm sure the man feels horrible. I'm sure Cardi B feels horrible. I'm sure the new guy feels some kind of way. You know, there's no way, like, seriously. There's nobody who could feel good in this situation between all three of them. And even the child, the innocent baby, like, it's so much chaos around the child already, and that's just a baby. So it's strange. We need to do better within the black community. It's funny that this is happening, but trust me, there's so many other families out there like this that this is happening to, and we're just talking about discusses Offset and Cardi B. And anyhow, though, thanks for watching the video. Share it if you want. Respect.